So for today's video, I'm going to be using all of the 5 Team Affinity cards that we get from the AL East in Chapter 1. From the Baltimore Orioles, we have Cedric Mullins. From the Toronto Blue Jays, we have Sean Green. From the Boston Red Sox, we have Kevin Youkilis. From the Tampa Bay Rays, we have Evan Longoria. And from the New York Yankees, we have Gary Sanchez. Now, since there are only 5 cards per division, I wanted to incorporate other players more or less from the divisions. So we have cards like the 85 Paul O'Neill, the 85 Derek Jeter, and the 85 Juan Soto. And then I included Marcus Semien because he did play for the Blue Jays for a year. Now, pitching for today's video, I'm going to be using the AJ Burnett, and the only reason why I'm doing this is because the NL Central is the only one to have 2 starters in it, and since I would like to at least try to use all the cards, we're going to bring in Burnett since he, of course, did pitch for both the Yankees and the Blue Jays. So this is the team. As we go along, I'm going to be adding in all the different divisions into this, making it one big conglomerate team as we get prepared for Chapter 2 of this Team Affinity. So from the time of this recording, we are, I believe, just under 2 days before the season officially starts in Seoul, Korea. And come on, you got that, Jeter. Easy, easy. Oh, that's too much speed. No way you're getting that. And that means that I am going to be very excited because I have been dreading and waiting for the season to finally start. And boy, it's felt like an eternity. The big question is going to be whether or not I will be able to stay up for the beginning of the season at 6 in the morning, because I'm not usually a big morning person, so it is probably going to be a little bit of a challenge for me. Cedric, oh, that is absolutely demolished. First batter, first run. All right, come on, Uke. I still, to this day, I don't know how I can look at Kevin Youkilis and go, yeah, he was a Yankee. 2013 was a wild fucking year. I'll tell you that much. That's going to be an out. Who the hell do we have on the 2013 team? Travis Hafner, Kevin Youkilis, Lyle Overbay. We had a whole lot of just fucking random people just put onto the team and just hope that things, I guess, would work. I don't know what the fuck happened that year. So I do want to ask, now that we are a little bit of the ways into the game, you know, we're a few days in, by time that this video comes out, the official game would have been released to everybody. So what are your teams looking like? How many diamonds do you have? How many diamonds did you pull? What are your team affinities looking like? How is everything going for everybody? Also, what are some of your goals this year? Is it to try to get to World Series if you haven't already? Is it to try to go 10-0 now that it's not 12-0? I know that's one of my goals. I don't think it'll happen, but it's definitely a goal that I would like to achieve. But I would say my main goals is to just hopefully keep up with the game the entire year. Because I do know that there have been points and times, especially last year, because of how the whole sets and seasons were, I kind of got disinterested after a little bit. But I hope that everything this year will more or less try to keep everybody more engaged while also not being frustrated, because there are some frustrating things so far, like the XP cap that seems to be a little low, just saying, but maybe that could be fixed, because I've played MLB The Show for eons of my life, and I think before this year, I've only ever hit the XP cap maybe 3 times in, I guess we'll say how many years I've been doing like BD. That's ever since like 17 or 18, give or take, when I started really doing DD. because I think DD started in 15 or 16, so I didn't do it for the first couple of years. But 3 times in what, 7 years, give or take? And then this year, I have already in 2 or 3 days hit it twice. Now, I know that they said in the premiere that it's not going to be very easy or very soon for everybody to hit the cards that are showing up in the future of the XP reward program, especially like the 97 Corey Seager and the 99 bosses. But even so, this is a little stingy when it comes to how many experience points you're actually able to get per day. They could raise it up a little bit. I don't need them to, you know, make it to where we can get 100,000 XP every day, because I think the limit that I've been around more or less is like 50k, give or take. Some days it's one of the two. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. My brain is malfunctioning. A couple of the days has maybe felt like a little bit less, and then maybe one of the days has felt like a little bit more. That's what I'm trying to say, but my brain cannot comprehend saying words. Also, I do want to mention while I'm thinking about it, I do hope, keyword there being hope, that there aren't any graphical issues this video, considering every video up to this point has had graphical issues. Now, I know why those graphical issues happened now, but I wish I would have realized it sooner. I just do love, as that's another fucking home run from Sean Green. I've had so much bad luck with Sean Green up to this point. I use him in a video, man hits 2 home runs in the first 2 at-bats, and this might be where he quits. What a shock. Alright, on to game number 2, where we're going to be going to Yankee Stadium. Which, you know what, honestly works. It's another AL East ballpark, so I'm not upset with it. I was going to try to go to Baltimore because of Cedric hitting that home run immediately in game 1, but you know what, this works too. Seeing Gary here reminds me of that time, which it would have been amazing if it was the different scenario that happened. I will never forget the intentional walk, which they should bring back the way that the intentional walks used to work, just because on the off chance that chaos does happen, which I like chaos, even if it does happen to hurt my own team. Well, I will always remember when they tried to intentionally walk Gary, and he hit that 390 to center field and almost hit it out. I remember watching it as it happened, and I nearly shit my damn pants of how excited I was, thinking that he had hit a home run while they were trying to intentionally walk him. The hero of the first game, Mr. Sean Green. What do you have for us for this game? It's to right center. I think he did it again. He absolutely did. Now this is a sight that I can get used to. Juan Soto in Yankee Stadium. I'm going to hope that we end up being able to sign him after the offseason, because we obviously know he's not going to sign to an extension. But I wouldn't be too displeased if maybe Cashman could give him a 13, 14-year deal. But I guess while we are on the topic of the AL East, since I'm using the AL East players for the team, I guess why not just talk about the teams in general? I guess we'll start off with the Yankees, because I've been talking about the Yankees quite a bit, as I think you can tell. But I think the team will do fine this year. I think it'll definitely do better. It does suck that Garrett Cole is going to be out until probably June at the absolute earliest. But so long as he doesn't need Tommy John and will be out for a year and a half to 2 years, then I can live with it. Other than that, the rest of the rotation just needs to step it up. Nestor needs to be healthy. Strowman needs to, I guess, more or less copy the first half of his last year and not the second half. Then you got Rodon, and hopefully he's healthy, good to go. He seemed to be pretty good the last spring start that I've seen from him, so hopefully that'll carry on into the regular season. And then the bullpen is always usually pretty good. Then there's the offense, which aside from Judge and Rizzo, until they both got hurt, and Gleyber Torres, it was ass. It was straight ass. So hopefully this year, things will be better. Then we have the team that I'm pretty sure is the favorites for most people, if not everybody, the Baltimore Orioles, which adding Corbin Burns to that young lineup is going to improve that team so much better. They already have a decent pitching rotation, but that lineup, man, is going to be even scarier if Jackson Holiday is there. Can we stop pausing every 3 fucking seconds? But yeah, I would probably say that the Orioles are most likely going to end up in first this year. The Rays are the Rays. They're going to pull some magic voodoo bullshit out of their asses with most of their rotation on the shelf, at least to begin the year. Their offense, of course, is just going to be their offense and just bash balls, hit gappers, and do everything perfectly right until the postseason. The Blue Jays, I think, will be good. The question is, how good will the rotation be? Obviously, you got Berrios, you got Bassett, you got Gausman. Can Manoah go back to his original self, or is he going to regress even further? And then there's the Red Sox, which, yeah, they're there. They have Devers. If the Red Sox somehow end up being a wild card team, obviously, I'm gonna fucking hate it, because, you know, I hate the Red Sox. But like, impressed. I would be oddly impressed if they somehow managed to find a way into the wild card, especially with Giolito having to go down for the year with surgery. So that tanks who they were probably going to use as their opening day starter. But yeah, I think more or less it's going to be Orioles at the top. Maybe. Well, I want to say Yankees too, because I want to believe that they're going to be better than last year, so long as Rizzo doesn't get another concussion, Judge's injuries aren't too bad, and then everybody else kind of rebounds a little bit from last year. And then I would say 3 and 4 is more or less interchangeable between the Rays and Blue Jays, and Red Sox 5. That is my prediction for the standings, at least. If somehow any of the other teams, or more or less, take over the first place spot from the Orioles, I will be surprised, because I just feel like they're young, they're hungry for it, they got a taste of it last year, they now have an ace. I think Grayson Rodriguez is going to be better this year. You got Gunnar Henderson, you got Cedric, you got Santander, Mountcastle, Holiday's probably going to be up, if not immediately. Rutschman. It just goes on and on and on. The only thing that I think could hurt them is the closing scenario, because they don't have Bautista here. And Kimbrel has been shaky at times within the past few years. No, I was just under it. Oh, unless we want to, like, you know, fuck. So close. You got that, Paul. I'm going to be super excited to finally get the Bernie Williams, the higher overall when we finally do get him, Paul O'Neill. And I'm more interested to see what the quote-unquote new legends in the second part of both of the storylines are going to be. I can definitely say for the Yankees / Derek Jeter one, I'm still holding out slight hope that there's going to be A-Rod. There just has to be. Because There is no way that you can tell the 2009 World Series without A-Rod. So but the question is, will they hold out on saying anything about A-Rod until early to mid-April? Because that's probably when it will be. Also, Jeter, Jesus fucking Christ. What the hell? Man just hit 430, 440 center. Holy shit. But yeah, anyway, they would need A-Rod for 2009. It's just, would they hold out on saying anything about him until then? Because he's a big name that people really want. And I feel like it would make, oh my god. Holy fuck. I feel like it would make more sense. I feel like it would make more sense to have him shown off from the very beginning, but that's just me. But I won't be upset if he is just shown off in the middle of April. Be like, here he is. Play the storylines to get a 91 overall A-Rod. I'd be like, fucking sign me up. Cedric down the line. That's going to be a hit. Or gonna fucking turn into Superman out there. Oh, it's Dylan Cruz. Makes sense. Nope, that makes sense. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. The tides are turning. And not in a good way. Oh, that's a gapper. That's gonna be Mullins. Man, if only he had a better arm, I'd have a much better chance of trying to get Guerrero out there. Question is, can I, A, get out of this inning, and B, try to extend Pettit for maybe like another inning or so? What in the fuck was that, Gary? Look, I know you dropped the ball in the ALCS, alright? I know you did it. It sucked. It happened. Doesn't mean you still need to be dropping the ball that's being pitched to you from 60 feet away. Alright. Hope and pray. And that's going to be a hit. Oh, it's falling apart. There we go. Got out of it. Kept the lead. That's all we can hope for. Soto. Oh, that thing is demolished. We got to run back. And that went like 447. 456. Holy shit. Tying run. Oh, going for it. Oh, Jeter. Oh my God. What a fucking play. I don't want to hear anybody say anything about Derek Jeter being overrated ever again. Look at that. Oh my God, Cedric. Oh my fucking God. That shit went third deck. Almost. Well, okay, maybe not third deck, but like definitely way over second deck. All right, Leon, hopefully I can get one more inning out of you. And then we will go to Mo for the 9th. And yep, on cue. Can't have anything nice. Oh, I did the wrong way. And he almost swung too. There we go. Mullins got it. 1 inning go. Gonna have Mo come in for the bottom of the 9th. No matter what, I don't give a shit if I score 10 runs here, which I won't. But Mo's coming in. Line, and we're going to the bottom of the 9th. Up 2 runs. And Mo close it out. You would think the smart thing there would be to leave in Chapman with the 2 lefties, but I'm not smart. And I like to make things interesting. Got that, Sean. Easy play. And that. Get to Mullins, and that will finish the game. 3-0 when recording. I just hope that everything actually worked for this one and there wasn't fucking graphical issues. Well, next time, I'm going to add the NL East teams.